Hey everybody, Drew here for DrewDat Games here on YouTube.com, coming at you with another episode of the DrewDat Games podcast, or the DDG podcast for short, episode number 36. On today's episode, we'll be going over Bethesda, talking about Starfield and the protagonist for the game, or rather, Mr. Matty Plays reported that Bethesda had said something about it. We'll preview Far Cry 6 from what information we have before it comes out. At the time of recording, this is technically, since it's 5:20 p.m. Central Standard Time on October 6th, meaning this is being recorded on Wednesday evening when Far Cry 6 comes out on, well, technically Eastern Time at midnight on Friday, but that would be 11 p.m. Central Time on Thursday here. And so on the further west you go. Also, we'll be going over Capcom and Resident Evil 4 Remake to Oculus Rift and censorship issues. Twitch got hacked, and we'll get into that. Among Us might be coming out this November. We'll get into that and where the source is from that. But the top story, which we'll get into in just a minute, is Sony reportedly quietly killing off the PS3 and the PS Vita and functionality. And we'll get into that at the top here, right after we do the usual intro. Joining me is my younger brother, Desert Nord. Hey, bro.
Hey there.
Gotta turn that up. Does that seem a little low? Let's try that again. Hey, bro.
Hey there, how you doing?
Hopefully that's better for the microphone on the thing. That's recording this, at least. What have you been up to for gaming lately?
Oh, well, I just cleaning up my Astroneer playthrough.
Was just playing
I'm almost done, actually.
Yeah, well, that's good. I was just playing Skyrim just last night for a little bit on PC. Was watching Jade Shadow or Jade Fire, whichever she prefers to be called on Twitch, play Splitgate and getting a whole bunch of glitches and server errors on it. So my thoughts on Splitgate is don't waste your time if you're a PlayStation owner.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I was also watching Muller's stream of his birthday stream.
Well then, happy birthday, Muller.
Of Amnesia.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
doing.
Yeah.
He was still going with that like a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
I don't know when he started it, but knowing him, it was probably yesterday.
Well, no, it was earlier.
Well,
He does it for a while though.
Well, I definitely saw it when I went to bed, so it was at least this morning, after midnight, when he started.
Yeah, he usually goes real long on his streams.
Yeah, so he's still live last we saw. So it's probably going to be a 12-hour thing for all we know.
Yeah.
No, actually, that would be longer than 12 hours, because it's after 5 now. For all we know, it might be a 20-hour thing. Who knows? But, so happy birthday, Mahler, even though you won't see this. But with that being said, yeah, I've been playing Skyrim. I did play a little of Psychonauts 2, which is very interesting. And I'll get more into that at a later time, probably next week.
Yeah, I heard it was great.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Actually, I do have the rating down here. Let me grab the thing. So, let's see. The other page. Yeah, it scores 6.21. So, it's actually pretty good, yeah.
I imagine that's above average for your rating system.
Average is 5. So, an average game is like a 5.0. 6.1 is what IGN would probably call like a 7 or 8.
Yeah.
At that point. So in other words, according to IGN, Psychonauts 2, according to my rating system, is as good as Madden 18. Take that for what it's worth, guys. If you're comparing how IGN rates sports games compared to my rating system for all games, because I believe Madden 21 scored like a 3 something out of 10 at the time, so. And
it's usually roughly proportional to how much the developer paid the journal for the rating.
Yeah, and we don't even get paid by YouTube here, so, or sure. Twitch, or anyone. So everyone can fuck off. You're getting honest reviews, you're getting honest thoughts about the game. Everyone can fuck off that gets paid for their reviews to say nice things. We're not gonna. If we say nice things, it's because there's nice things to say about the game. If we don't, guess what? It's a piece of shit. Speaking of piece of shit companies, good segue here to this article that I'm going to read right now, like I alluded to earlier for you guys. This article is coming from newin24.com, and the headline first reads, Sony continues to quietly kill the PS3 and the PS Vita. So with that being said, while the Sony PlayStation Store is still officially open on PS3 and PS Vita, Sony isn't particularly keen on keeping them alive. No surprise. A new announcement confirms... what's that?
I was going to say, they'd like to do away with it altogether without anyone noticing.
Just like Sony is prone to do throughout the 8th and 9th gen. At this point. But to continue the article, a new announcement confirms this position. Well, it was already confirmed. As of October 27th, so... Wait, that would have to have been...
3 weeks.
That would have had to have been last year.
Oh, was it?
As of October 27th. At the time of the recording of this episode, it's October 6th. So this had to...
Oh, okay. I thought they were talking about the future.
This would have to have been last year that they're talking about here. It will no longer be possible to buy games with a credit card or PayPal. Well, either way, we're going to keep reading since we started. Sony does not seem very, very inclined to keep the old console alive for several months. Well, you were talking about that this came up, like, previously. Oh, okay. I see when October 27th has been mentioned here. So this article is actually still good because I looked forward just ahead a little bit. So
yeah, I was going to say.
So then just bear with us. So for several months, the firm has been trying to abandon its old machines in favor of the most recent, but is opposed to the finance option of fierce opposition of the players. Yeah.
Indeed.
In March, it is announced that the PlayStation Store for PS3 and PS Vita will close during the summer, but that has ceased to happen so far. But in the face of general discontent, she was forced to back down finally. She cancels the closing of the store after several weeks of revolt. We then thought the story was over. Well, it's a tech corporation. The story's never over, folks.
Indeed. Yeah, it's continuing.
Yeah. But with that being said, the PS3 even recently received an update, a sign of Sony's desire not to put its owners aside, but the respite was only short-lived. On its site, the manufacturer warns that it will soon be more difficult to buy games on its old consoles. Indeed. From October 27th, the PlayStation Store will no longer accept credit cards and digital returns, digital means of payment. God, the typing on this is awful. As of October 27th, 2021, you will no longer be able to use a credit card or debit card or a payment method such as PayPal to purchase digital content or add funds to your wallet when you visit the PlayStation Store on your PS3 console or your PS Vita system. Can we read in the section important? So by the end of this month is ultimately what this is coming down to. No other choice, therefore, than to go into a physical store to either buy the game directly or buy a gift card that can be added to your digital wallet.
Which I'm sure fans just love that.
It's also possible to add money on PS4 and PS5 and then spend it on the PS3. So therefore you have to have the newer systems in order to even buy shit than on the PlayStation 3 at that point. Which defeats the purpose of having the PS3 in the first place then.
Indeed it does.
But all this is hardly whatever that is supposed to say, and it is safe bet that many will gradually drop these relics drop these relics of yesteryear. Source is Sony. So there you have it, folks.
Yeah, I like how when
what's that?
Whenever a game comes out and it's like a remake or something,
yeah,
of a game that's like 25 years old or whatever.
Yeah.
They always call it, fan service. But then every time something like this happens, they say, "Oh, good riddance to that relic of a yesteryear." And I'm just like, okay.
At some point, I'm going to try to do a video or a series of videos here on the channel of showing what it looks like when a company does not abandon supporting its older relics, as that article puts it.
Uh-huh.
And I think you guys know where I'm going with it in those videos. When I show that you can still buy something digitally from online stores on older systems. But like I said, Nord, I know you know where I'm going with that. Anyone who follows this channel and sees the stuff I wear knows exactly where I'm going with that. But it is what it is. Because while Sony is closing shit down, Nintendo was on their bicycle doing their own thing, bringing their digital consoles to their online services, like upcoming N64 games. And then Microsoft continuing... What's that?
I was going to say, and even new movies. They're not even concerned about shit that's 35 years old or 40 years old even. They're just like, we don't care. We're going to keep going.
Which I can respect that, even though I question it at the same time. But like I was getting at, and then you got Microsoft reverse compatibility on the Xbox 360 when it came out.
Yeah.
I don't remember if when it came out it had original Xbox reverse compatibility, but at some point it had gotten it. And it wasn't all games, they had to test them. Same thing went for Xbox One. But the Xbox Series S and X are fully reverse compatible with Xbox One, and then any games that were already compatible on Xbox One from the original Xbox and 360 are automatically reverse compatible on the new hardware. Now, like I said previously, I'm going to fidget around with the online stores on the older systems, excluding the original Xbox, because there's no Wi-Fi compatibility for it.
No.
And I'd be surprised if Microsoft came up with something for that now.
I would be too.
But the fact of the matter is that Microsoft seems to give a shit about the older hardware and continuing to help them run. Because there's never any reports about Microsoft is shutting down the online store of the 360. Where was that article?
There wasn't an article.
Yeah, because to our knowledge, it's still up and running, even now. And Sony wants you to go out and buy a system that no one can get anywhere, because now there was just a report from I think it was I think it was Dustin just a few minutes ago before we started filming this, that shortages are still going to be continuing for the next gen hardware, which means Series X and either PS5. Good fucking luck, folks. Which is something we have been reporting on the channel for like the last couple of months, that we've been hearing that shortages are going to continue probably into 2023.
Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if one of the scalping rings is actually people who work for the company at this point.
Well, considering how much dirt there is out about everything, that wouldn't surprise me either.
I'm just saying, like, at that point, it makes all the sense in the world for them to be behind the actual scalping. Because they're up there trying to do everything they can to jam people into the next gen, even against their will.
Yeah, and except for no one can fucking find them or buy them anywhere.
No, I know. And the beauty of that is that you'll see more and more people pressed into buying scalped systems.
Or people are just going to play whatever they have and go fuck it. Because they will be alienated so bad that they won't care.
Yeah, or like you just said, or they'll lose business, which is the backfire.
Yeah. Which they've already been kind of losing business, because look at what happens when only scalpers are getting the system. Because keep in mind where Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo make their money back from, and they all sell the systems at a loss at launch. Remember that, because that is key, folks. Where do the console manufacturers make their money? Subscription services and software. Nintendo Switch Online, PlayStation Plus, Xbox Live, and Game Pass.
Yeah,
and
the players
and the games for them. Yeah. So with that being said,
they make their money on players playing.
Yeah. So with that being said, you know where this is going. Anyone with even half a functioning brain does. Something scalpers don't have.
Well, scalpers have brains. It's just that they think they're doing something, legitimate.
Which obviously
when they're not.
Yeah. But like where I was going, who is going to pay that money back? Scalpers? The people that are having the systems under their desk in the boxes or in storage collecting dust? No. Customers, gamers, people who buy the system, hook it up to their TVs or some screen in particular, download a game, buy it digitally or physically from retailers, pay for Xbox Live or Games with Gold. Well, Xbox Live or Game Pass, but they're basically coupled together these days, or PlayStation Plus or Nintendo Switch Online. It's us that make sure that Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo make their money back from selling the systems at a loss. It's the scalpers that hurt that. So when the scalpers have a majority of the systems, guess what, Sony and Microsoft? You're losing fucking money, dumb fucks.
So.
Meanwhile, people like IGN are going, it's the highest system selling systems in You never. Fuck you. No, it's not.
Yeah, they try really hard, don't they?
They're all a bunch of blowhards. But speaking, is there anything else that you want to say before we
Speaking of blowing hard, Sony. I'm just kidding.
No. Was there anything else you want to add before we got back on track?
Well, I would just say that it doesn't have to be this way with Sony. They choose to be this way.
Yeah.
They can talk about economics. They can talk about logistics. The other competitors prove them wrong in every facet of this.
Yeah. Look at the point that Microsoft made, like in the last number of months, by making it official that they now own Bethesda, one of the biggest single-player game developers and publishers in the gaming industry. And the fact that Starfield, the next Elder Scrolls, the next Fallout are going to be Game Pass day one launches. Guess what, guys? We're going to be playing them first, and then when they go on sale, we'll be buying copies at that point. And then PlayStation owners are just going to have to sit on it and spin at that point. More than likely.
Well, the way they are, they should be happy. They like doing
that. Speaking of Bethesda, though, Bethesda recently confirmed, evidently as it was reported by Mr. Matty Plays here on YouTube, Bethesda confirms no voice protagonist for Starfield. Nord?
Yeah. This is actually a good thing.
Yes, it is. Because
annoyance is not good.
Yeah, because the voice protagonist thing kind of makes it hard to roleplay in Fallout 4.
Yep.
Mods or no mods. However...
it's good to hear that they're not going to do that.
Yeah, so they're going to go the Skyrim route, and, well, I should say the Elder Scrolls route, with the Sonic protagonist. So, that meaning that buying it on PC and playing with mods at some point, you're going to be able to do a proper... roleplay thing with pretty much anything you want at some point on PC for Starfield then, so that's a good thing. With that being said, Far Cry 6 comes out this Friday, so in a couple of days.
Yep.
So any thoughts going into Far Cry 6 before I get into what I've been hearing?
Yeah, I just hope it's an advancement for the series, because you never like to see them take a back step.
Yeah,
they've been really popular in recent titles.
Yeah,
from the series.
I didn't finish. I finished New Dawn on I believe it was on Xbox at this point. Was where I played it first, and then I started playing 5. Wait, did I say New Dawn at first? Nord?
I'm not sure. You might have.
Well, Far Cry New Dawn I did not finish playing at all. Far Cry 5 I did finish on Xbox, did not finish on PlayStation at this point.
Yeah.
But I did get all, and Far Cry 5 is the only one that I played all the way through it so far of any Far Cry game. So I got to get back through the rest of the series too. But going into Far Cry 6, before reports coming from Mr. Matty Plays and Young Yeah about their early reviews of it, which I have not seen yet, I've only read their titles, but based on their titles, it seems like Far Cry 6 is having a lot of glitches at launch.
Yep.
But then again, given Splitgate and all these other games, that's not really a surprise at this point. But we'll see how Far Cry 6 goes when I wind up playing it on Twitch, and you will be seeing those port overs here to YouTube, as usual from me. But if you want to chat with me live, go over to my Twitch channel, DrewDatGames, DrewDatGames, all lowercase, to hang out with me while I'm playing Far Cry 6 on Friday.
Yep.
And that will be on and off throughout the day, so. With that being said, anything else to add about Far Cry 6 before we get into what Facebook and Capcom are up to?
Yeah, I would just say about Far Cry 6.
Yeah.
They've kind of got a good situation going for themselves because normally at the 6th title in a series, people are exhausted.
Yeah.
Normally.
Well, we'll see if that ends up happening.
In their case, people are okay with it. People are cool with it.
Yeah.
But I really don't screw that up. Because one bad game and that series goes into the dustbin.
Speaking of good games getting the usual SJW treatment, or woke treatment, if you will, Capcom, the owner of Resident Evil, is evidently allowing Facebook to censor Resident Evil 4 Remake on the Oculus Rift. You want to talk about tech companies who are complete fucking assholes? That's another thing about Facebook. I constantly hear ads on Spotify when I'm trying to listen to music at work and whatnot before the store opens, and an ad about Facebook's censorship and and taking down shit and removing bad actors online constantly rings in my ear from an ad on Spotify, and every time I just constantly go, yeah, fuck you too. Because I know that Facebook is completely full of shit. Because when they talk about bad actors, they're probably talking about conservatives, libertarians, anyone that basically says fuck Biden at that point.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's highly political. Now, other people have convinced themselves that Facebook doesn't do enough, which I think is, you'd have to be drinking.
They're doing too fucking much.
You'd have to be drinking.
Just like
truly drinking.
Just like Google and just like Twitch. They're all doing too fucking much.
What kind of psychotic tyranny do you people believe in if you think that they are doing not enough?
And speaking of Twitch, when this report came across my desk from Review Tech USA, I just couldn't stop laughing because Twitch apparently got hacked and now their source code is out there on the internet.
Oh yeah, it's a lovely situation over at Twitch. That's sarcasm.
Now, on the one hand, I am in agreement with Review Tech USA here. If it is like a disgruntled user that got banned, guess what? You're doing more harm than good by hacking Twitch and doing this, because you're harming the other users too. Just saying.
Oh sure. Well, don't let that ever stop them.
But it is what it is. Anything else to add about those two things? Facebook, Capcom, and Twitch. Before we get to...
I don't want to address the entire thing. I guess I'll save the rest of my Facebook commentary for our other program.
Fair enough.
But as far as this goes, yeah, it's very stupid. Like, anyone who's going to play the remake game is going to want it to be in its original content. Like, they're not going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm okay with Facebook just, messing around with what I get to see and what I don't.
Because according to reports that I've been getting, things that are getting censored out of it, like the characters flirting with each other, that's out.
Oh, God.
And stuff like that.
Oh, dear. Yeah, we can't have that now, can we?
No.
Jesus. Who are these fucking people?
Aliens from outer space, I guess.
I mean, I guess I could understand if you were a lizard person from some other, some constellation somewhere,
Andromeda.
Human sexuality, human interest is somehow disgusting.
They're from Andromeda. I knew I shouldn't have played that game.
well, you get my point, though, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I can see it if these people are really the lizard people that everyone talks about. I can see them being angry and offended at human sexuality. But come on, man, as Joe Biden says.
The things being said right now are very fitting for the last topic. Among Us.
Yeah.
Among Us might actually be coming this November, so give or take a month or less from now, for Xbox One and Xbox Series S and X.
Been tantalized the hell out of about it.
Yeah. And this was coming from a YouTube channel that I can't remember the name of, that I saw earlier this morning, which I think their video was posted like six days to like a week ago or something like that, in which they were looking at a retail ad of some kind. Flipping through the pages, they saw Among Us listed, and they saw like November 7th or something like that. So like just like one day over a month from now, something like that.
Oh, that would be quite nice.
Yeah, well, quite nice on the one hand, but on the secondly, I got something to say to Microsoft right now. Announce it, stupid motherfuckers.
Yeah, they have to be told to announce something as you know.
Because if that's the actual release date for Among Us for Xbox, guess what? At the stroke of midnight tonight, that's a month. Exactly a month at that point.
Yep.
Because I hate to burst your bubble, Microsoft, but guess what? It's October 6th at the time of the recording of this video. Which means that your October games are now live. Surprise! For games with gold and whatnot.
Yep.
But with that being said, I am looking forward to playing Among Us with you and trying to see who we can wrestle up, who will download and play it on Xbox Live with us.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe its popularity has waned a little bit, but
the fact that Xbox users can play it, it's probably going to be fairly popular, I would imagine, on Xbox, for those who can't play on PC.
I would imagine it still has quite a following.
I would imagine that too. Plus, with Xbox, it will be cross-compatible with PC. So in theory, I wouldn't have to buy it on Xbox to play it because I already have it on Steam.
Yep.
On my PC. But secondly, on Game Pass means I won't have to buy it on Xbox anyway. I can just download and play it at that point. So, and you guys know me, I prefer console to PC anyway, to a certain degree. When it comes to mods, I prefer PC to console. It is what it is. It depends on the topic.
Mods are always better on PC.
Yeah.
You know, because that's where all the coding people are.
Precisely. And secondly, on Nexus, Bethesda can't get in the way of certain mods being on there. Like
you know what I mean?
Like Bethesda constantly is about Bethesda.net. Bethesda owns that.
If I can make an analogy here, the reason mods are better on PC is like the same reason that you can get a better alcoholic beverage at a bar
than you do at Walmart.
Than you can at a auto mechanic shop is the same reason.
Well, I was going to say Walmart because the ones at the bar
there's plenty of liquor at Walmart. My point was that.
But what I'm saying is the beer at the bar is stronger than the beer at Walmart is what I'm saying.
Well, my point was it's because all of the professionals, quote unquote, are on PC.
Yeah. Precisely.
All the professional mod makers are on PC.
And occasionally a couple crossover to console.
Servers are at bars.
Yeah. Once in a while, a couple cross over to release their mod, like on Xbox, because Sony hates mods. What a surprise! Sony hates everything. Seemingly. But with that being said, what are you going to be up to after this? Because Unless you have something in mind to chat about.
No, nothing on topic. Nothing in the gaming realm, I suppose.
Alright, so with that being said, what are you going to be up to after this?
Well, I am finishing up my Astroneer playthrough, like I said, and probably Elder Scrolls again later. But yeah, I'm basically having fun on Astroneer right now.
Depending on what time, if she does go live on Twitch, I'll probably be playing Mario Kart again with my nerdy home online. And then after that, probably fidget with Skyrim till I fall asleep on PC after that.
Yeah, I should also mention that this is actually a really good buddy game. It's too bad you don't play it.
Astroneer, I believe I'd have to double check. I believe I reinstalled it on the Xbox to attempt to play it at some point, which I do intend to do.
Yeah.
Depending if my nerdy home does not do anything, I might try to doing that tonight. We'll see. I'll let you know.
All right. Well, yeah. Let me in on that.
Well, obviously, because it would be playing it with you at that point, so I'd have to.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I don't know when we're going to get to Breaking Rocks again for the entertainment channel. Because I don't know what we would talk about right now.
Yeah, it's got to build up a little bit of, content there first.
Of rage, if you will.
I mean, there have been some things, don't get me wrong, but...
Yeah, but...
That's because there always is.
Yeah, but it's a matter of, are we going to be able to get away with talking about it? Type of situation. Welcome to working on a Google platform, folks. So.
Yeah, they're real bad now.
Well, they're only getting worse, which makes me think about quitting. But it is what it is. With that being said, well, quitting outside of this channel, I should say, which is Drudat Games. So with that being said, please go check out my Twitch channel of Drudat Games, all in lowercase with an extra S on the end of it, and it's all one word. Also, follow the entertainment channel for my reaction to Tom McDonald music videos and other music videos of independent artists. Breaking Rocks, in which we call out bullshit on the internet. And the entertainment podcast, where we talk about, like, some of our favorite things that we've watched over the years. Like, episode 1 was about Deadliest Catch. And then also follow me over on Twitter as dat_Drew, DAT_DREW. You can follow him on Twitter if it matters to you as his real name.
Well, the only thing I would refer them to currently is my YouTube channel and my latest meme, which you probably saw.
I did not watch it yet, but I did see that it was there. I'll take a look at some point this evening. And
I saw that situation play out, and I had to get in front of that.
Yeah. I think it was like at a couple hundred views or something like that, right?
It's a tad more now.
What's the number at now?
Last I looked, it was 1,100.
Okay. Because I thought I was special with the unboxing of 2 albums from Tom McDonald, which was Us Against the World and No Guts, No Glory, which was got what was that, closing in on 200 views at some point, so I thought that was special, but then you come along with that.
Actually, it's 1,200 now. But yeah, your unboxing video was actually getting a lot of, especially compared to the other videos, it was getting a lot of attention.
Yeah, I saw that, and it just started going up and up. I'm like, okay, suddenly this got a life for some reason.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, previously, it was like at 30, 40, or 80 views or something like that. I'm like, well, that's probably the top of this thing. Then it just started shooting up through the ceiling and blowing the roof off the apartment. In comparison to anything else on any channel that I have.
I think I might have just actually put out my most popular video when all is said and done here.
We'll see. I think the most popular thing so far on the entertainment channel was the unboxing of those 2 albums at this point.
Yeah.
For some reason, other than it being Tom
Well, that's
McDonald's
because
albums.
it's Tom. Yeah, it's Tom.
Yeah, but
And
the
reaction
thing was
videos are very
that,
popular.
yeah, well, unboxing videos, you mean? Because that's what that was.
Well, okay, but you know,
But I also did
unboxings are equal to reactions.
but I also did unboxing of Tom's other albums. In comparison to Us Against the World and No Guts No Glory mixtape, they basically got no views in comparison. So something is going on here.
Yeah.
To get people to check out the unboxing of that. But with that being said, we've rambled long enough. We've plugged enough stuff. And I've even plugged a Twitch channel I'm going to be watching if she goes live anytime soon. But with that being said, it's 6 o'clock in the evening. We will see you guys hopefully next week if there's anything to discuss gaming related. We'll probably discuss Far Cry 6 at that point, considering that I will have been playing it at that point.
Yep.
And you will have been seeing the videos and streams of it, of me playing it. So we'll both have something to talk about next week. So at the bare minimum, it'll be the Far Cry 6 review special at that point. At the bare minimum then. With that being said, we'll see you guys next week to talk about Far Cry 6 then. Have a good evening, good morning, good night, and whatever time it is in your region. To borrow a joke from one of our favorite former late night TV show hosts, Fred Ferguson.
Yeah.
Good night, guys.
See you guys.